Hey folks, thanks for stopping by Randall Property Management Improvements YouTube channel. I'm James.
I'm Chad.
You know what we do here in our family-owned, veteran-owned business. We like to show you our day-to-day business activities. We got DIY projects that we like to show you. And today we have a Meyer plow that Chad picked up off of Craigslist find. We want to go over what he did to revamp the plow. We got some before pictures, some before video of it. So stand by and he's going to go through it and tell you what he did. Thanks.
Thank you. This is our Craigslist plow. They wanted $400 for it. We picked it up for like 200 bucks. We don't do a whole lot of heavy plowing here. We don't get a lot of snow. Do a lot of residential. So this should work out pretty good for that. Half-ton pickup truck. Okay, so it's going to be rough on the suspension. We already know this. We're prepared to replace what needs to be replaced in the spring. Probably looking at ball joints, control arms, tie rod ends, things of that nature. But as far as the mounting goes, we had this setup here was actually run on a Jeep Wrangler. Someone else had made this bracket. So we simply took the bumper off the truck, set this up here, and welded in new brackets to bolt this directly to the bumper brackets. Down here we have I think 5/16 angle, and we bolted this in the location that would have been tow hooks. Okay, so then we put 1/4 inch angle across the back. It's a little bit lighter than these. That way, you know, maybe this will give before we do any damage here. On the front of the 1/4 inch is where we actually bolted the main bracket to the 1/4 inch. So, onto the plow here. Whenever we picked this up, it was a mess. It'd been sitting in someone's backyard, I think, or something. It was pretty rough, but we thought it was worth it for 200 bucks. So we power washed it all off and began stripping all the rust and paint off that we could. And originally it did not have power angles, so fortunately the setup that we had laying around had power angles. We ended up having to replace power angle valve and the solenoid, replace some hoses and some swivels. Down here we replaced the pivot pins, and we decided to go ahead and run Boss shoes on this. Now, the reason for that and how we did that, these are Meyer shoes. We really just don't care for the design. It's nothing against Meyer, it's just personal preference. These are the Boss shoes that we picked up for this. Now the stems are a different size. So we took 1 inch tubing, cut it to fit, hammered it down into the shoe bracket, and now the Boss shoes fit. We also replaced spring brackets. They were rusted, seized, no good. So we got those replaced. We took the scraper off. We're sure to try and get all the rust out we could. Replaced the scraper bolts with new ones. At some point, someone has welded in a section for a mold board, and that's fine. Doesn't affect us in the way we're going to use this. So all in all, I think we've got just over $500 invested in this. A little bit heavy on the time. We got some time in it, but for $500 and some parts laying around, we'll see what happens this winter, huh? So basically, if you're on a budget, there's plenty of deals out there. You just got to look for them, and you got to be willing to put in a little bit of time to bring things up to a workable level. And it's going to save you money, and use what you got until you can afford to get what you want. We couldn't go out and buy a brand new plow. It's not feasible.
Right. Not for any more snow than we get.
No.
And for the accounts that we have right now. We hope that you found this informative. If you did and you like what you see, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We appreciate the support. Put down your comments, any constructive criticism. We love it. We're just trying to better ourselves. Make sure you hit that notification button too. Thanks a lot for your support, and thanks a lot for stopping by and watching the video.
Thanks a lot.
Till next time.
See ya.